What up, y'all? It's your boy Anton. This is Simply Marvelous. I am joined by my better half, Miss Taylor Day, aka the eighth day of the week, live from New York. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I got a cold, so y'all don't judge me if I have to use a
Oh,
hanky.
it's all good. It's all good. Did you get your tea in? Did you get your tea?
I got my tea. I need to get some later, but I've already had 2 cups today. I just
Mm-hmm.
drank some emergency,
Mm-hmm.
taking the Zyrtec. We're doing all the things. We're doing all the
You
things.
medicated. We like that. We like
Medicated.
that. We got our host-in-law, aka our
Yeah.
chosen
Woo.
family in the building, Brother Nightmare, aka Soda Popinski. I don't know if y'all know anything about that. If y'all ain't from the '80s, you know what I mean. But you know what I'm saying, Mike Tyson punch out in these streets.
Punch out, boy.
Yes, sir.
Power glove and all.
Ooh,
But
you had money. You had to.
it didn't work. It didn't work though.
It didn't work though.
I did. It didn't work. It didn't work. My cousin Anderson had one. I was so envious. I got mine and it
Man,
didn't work. Man, that thing
bro.
looked just so raw though back then.
Oh, they still look hard. I've seen one recently, probably I don't know, a
Oh,
couple
word.
months ago, just looking online. No, them things still look raw business though.
That's dope. That's
Uh
dope.
huh.
But what's happening, people? What's happening? Peace, peace, shalom.
Chilling, 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 man. Got a little action-packed show today. If you've seen the thumbnail, you already know we're gonna recap episode 7 of The Last of Us. Yes, indeed. And then we'll venture into some Marvel stuff, some of Kevin Feige's plans, possibly. And we'll go from there and see what happens. You already know we're long-winded over in these streets. Hold on, we already. What in the world? Why is my that's weird. Oh, okay. I'm like, hold up. Somebody's in the private chat in this building. My brother Alex Murphy in the
Come
hold up.
on.
The
I was
RoboCop? Is
about to
that the
say.
RoboCop name? Hold on. I can't
We
hear
can't
you.
hear you. We can't hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
With the
Oh,
You still I can't
Jamal.
hear you. Nope. Nothing.
You gotta hop out,
Yeah,
hop back in, I
you gotta
guess.
hop back in.
Listen, I
Yeah,
saw
it's
that
all.
popped in the chat. I was about to
I was
talk
like,
about it.
who
I'm
is
like,
that?
who's this?
Yeah,
And then I was
exactly.
about
And
to
I
say,
couldn't click on it
Jamal.
either. I'm like, what is this? I was like, oh,
He
it's
said,
private
we
chat.
judging you today. I was like, yo, mama, who is this?
No doubt.
It's Jamar, though.
Oh man, I sent Bruce earlier a
quiet.
little clip from an article talking about the Yellow Jacket season 2, trying to get him
Yeah.
hyped up. I really
Yeah.
think that should be our next show that we like highlight, like we're doing The Last of Us. I would
Uh-huh.
love that to be our next one. Though I don't know if that show is going to drop everything at once or is it a weekly show. I'm not
I
sure
think it
because I
was
didn't.
weekly.
Was it? I hope it is. I mean, even though
I
I do
believe
want to just
so.
watch it, binge it, but
Can y'all hear me now?
my man in the
Yeah.
building now.
Yes,
My
Yeah.
man is in the building.
Jamar.
Can you hear me
Oh
now?
yeah. You good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Alex Murphy. Is that a RoboCop?
It is. I buy that
Okay.
for a
I thought I
dollar.
wasn't
Yes,
tripping.
sir.
Okay.
Hey, brought that Murphy back.
Yes, sir.
Indeed. Everything good with you
Yes,
though, bro?
indeed. Man, everything is smooth, man.
No
Miss
doubt.
Taylor Day, what's good with you?
Mhm.
I was telling him, I was about to call out your mama talking about we judging you. I was like, who is this? Like, coming up in my business. But we
You
good,
almost made
though.
her put
We
her
good.
Tim's on, man.
Right. She
Right.
almost
Chill
she
out.
almost put them green ones on. Nightmare. She almost put
The
them
more
green
green.
Tims.
The more green.
The broccoli Tim's. Beef and broccoli Tim's.
Right.
No doubt.
Never did the beef and broccoli.
Yeah, you already know. That's Sean P.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, all right. So first order of business today, we're going to recap episode 7 of The Last of Us. Real quick, we'll go around the room and how everybody felt about episode 7. Jamar, I'll let you go first today.
For sure.
How did you feel about episode 7?
Man, episode 7 was just deep, man. It was a lot to unpack. A lot of character development in that one, which I don't mind episodes like that because we really get to dive into the characters, and really they get to show they stinking on the acting too. You know what I'm saying? They get to
Bro.
really just go ham. And I felt this was one of the best episodes as far as like just pure acting. Them girls did the damn thing on this one, man. Just I mean, it had me like I'm on the edge of my seat. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking, like, man, I know somebody about to pull up one good time, man. They pulled up in that mall. It was just dungeon doors closed off in that mall.
Yeah.
You knew something was
That's
off
crazy.
in there. You knew. I mean, that it felt video gameish because you know how you be in like them levels on the video game, especially the role playing joints, and it'd be a long drawn out board where you got to like do some exploring. You got to look up under some stuff. That's what this felt like, man. This felt like straight video game geek episode, man. But a lot of character development, like I said, really sets the stage of how we're going to see how she unfolds now. And we know now why her passion for Joel is what it is. You know what I'm saying? She's been through a lot as a youngster, and we finally got to really see everything that she's gone through and why she's the way that she is. Because she's kind of savage, but we but we know why she's savage now.
She's very savage.
But I thought this was a dope episode, man. Not to be too long-winded, but this is one of my favorite ones.
Dope. Taylor Day, how'd you feel?
I enjoyed it. It had me on edge the entire time. Like, they're being so dumb. They're so dumb. And it's like you were waiting for something bad to happen again. But also, I almost expected more than just one infected to show up.
I did too.
I was surprised it was just one. I guess it's budget cuts, but especially being all that's gonna be.
Man, it's HBO, man.
I know, right?
Budget cuts.
So I can see if it was my life story, there'd be a lot of budget cuts. That's HBO though.
It would just be a retelling.
Right.
So what happened was
right.
But it was good. Shout out to Storm Reed's micro braids because I don't know who's doing hair after the world has fallen.
I know.
But leave it to black women.
But her stuff looked fresh.
Having some micro braids.
They look fresh, didn't
know.
they? Like
that was the first thing you noticed too, wasn't it? That was the first thing you noticed. I know it.
Like, hold on, like where they get the Africans at? They got the Africans in. You know what I'm saying?
Makeover.
Cost $200, man. Like, it was funny, but maybe there's a hair store. Maybe there's a hair store in that mall, and she just busted in and was like, "Let me get this together real quick." Man. I don't know. But that was hilarious.
Jamaicans and Africans too.
They did
to twist up one good.
You know, somebody. But no, it was really good. It was great to see them fall in love and die like really quickly. But
Bruce is hurt.
Bruce is touched. Her hair though, like.
What?
Hey, have you seen micro braids before? It's days process. So yeah,
I'm not mad at it.
And there was a couple of dudes with some sharp fades though too. There was some cats with some sharp fades as well.
In Apocalypse, you gotta look fly.
Hey, it's the benefits of being with the Fireflies, though. That's what it is.
Yeah. And tickets does that cost? Like, what kind of contraband do y'all have anyway? But yeah, no, it was great. No, it was good. Yeah, it was good.
No doubt. Bruce, you good? How'd you feel about episode 7, man?
I liked it. You know what I mean? It was good storytelling. Edge of the seat kind of stuff. Made you know what I mean? To me, it made me kind of like have that giggly teenage feeling, you know what I mean? Even though I was never a teenage girl, but it was still, you know what I mean? That type of just with your friends and people's like that. You know what I mean? The throwback with the games, reminiscing on Mortal Kombat.
Facts, yeah.
All of that. I mean,
both of them
just said, yeah. Like, and remembered them joints. Like, I didn't learn them till I was at the crib with it. Like, I wasn't bodying them like that at the arcade. Right. Everything like Jamal said and Taylor said was on point. All of that was strong. All of that was good. But at the same time, for me, it was still like, this is good, but I'm getting to that point where it's like, I need to see more monsters. I need to see more tickers. I need to.
I'm with you there
it's
too.
Really, because I know the last time we spoke about it, Anton was talking about how it makes the show is so good because it's relatable, which is good. But also you also I like watching those shows because I like watching shows where I can disconnect with the relatable aspect of it too. Excuse me, because I live that life. You know what I mean? I got kids, so shoot, if there's shows where it's just craziness, like I can step out of this, wake up, go to work, take care of the kids, do it all over again. Hopefully today I don't choke myself dealing with this stuff. You know what I mean? So to me, that gives it a break. You know what I'm saying? So you get to that well, you know what I mean? Some of that, it just, to me, it's a reliever then, because when he's stressing over his kids, man, you just put me right back at what I was doing earlier today. You know what I mean? So to me, it's good acting, great story, all that, but it's to me, it's to the point like we need more mayhem. You know what I mean? It was like,
I'm with you there too.
If Rick Grimes was here, it would have been on already.
I'm with you there. Yeah. Ellie had to get her background in though. They had.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm only one person. You know what I mean? But to me, it was dope. Great acting.
No, I feel you.
I mean, you know what I mean? All of that. Shorty's hair was banging. Now that you mention it, I didn't think nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, with you bringing that up, I know when apocalypse happens, I gotta be on point. You know,
women gonna notice that.
I gotta have my LL just right. You gotta be nice and moisturized. You out here looking like a bald Rick James during Apocalypse.
No.
Hold on, a bald Rick James. So you got none on the top, but then you got the perm in the back.
It'd be a lot of dudes with their ass off in the Apocalypse, man. The whole lot of ass. And cookies. Everybody just has a cookie.
that melanated Hulk Hogan. That's what it was.
Right, yeah. Exactly. The Hulkster, the curl in the back.
The hell with that.
Just all day like that.
Y'all still the hang time.
What's your take, son? What's your take, son?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of echo pretty much exactly everything y'all said. I already had a clip on here that says Bella Ramsey and Storm Reed are elite when it comes to acting. Like they killed it, period. It was the range of emotion that would happen in a short period of time. Straight joy. Then she found her, she had the bombs, and then she was like, she flipped the script real quick and then stopped, then came back to it. And then I was like, man, there's so much acting going on in such young people. Like, and you notice like a lot of shows you'll watch. I watch the young kids act in a lot of shows, and you can kind of see them. They might be staring at something that they shouldn't stare at. It like takes it slightly out of character. Like even at the end of Black Panther, the little kid, you can kind of see him stare at somebody off camera. But you accept it because they're small. But you see that. But these girls, elite. I swear on my life, they are elite.
Did y'all watch the stuff, the extra scene stuff at the end?
Yeah,
I did.
They actually said that. They actually said when they picked the Storm chick, they needed somebody that could go head to head with the Bella chick. Like they said that in the, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like we need somebody that could go there with her. So I mean,
Storm's been out here.
They both need to be in the MCU.
They do. They got standards, man, on this show. I respect the directing for this one because they want an elite product. If you want an elite product, you gotta get elite actors.
Yeah, they really did. They prioritized that even over the mayhem that we are actually looking for.
Right.
I think sometimes.
I feel Bruce on that too. I do want to see some head busting.
Yeah, facts.
We got to get to it, man. We got to.
Yeah, I agree. All right. I mean, just recapping a little bit of the show. It starts right where we left off. Brother Joel stabbed in the stomach by a broken baseball bat, and then we see the trail of blood, and Ellie dragged him to some sort of place of shelter, some house, via horse. At first I thought she like just dragged him, like this, or I'm like, what? There was like, oh, the horse did that. Okay.
But she got him on there.
Yeah, she got him on there, got him down, and got him in the building. So
yeah. But she's frantic. She's trying to figure out what to do. Joel kind of goes back to episode 6 with it. Like, you just go back up north, go up to Tommy, leave me here. basically to die. And she's like, I don't know what to do. She almost was with it, but
yeah.
then she walks upstairs and grabs the doorknob, and then it goes into our flashback where we find her in the Fedra camp,
which
listening
is
to her
video game.
Walkman. Listening to her
What
Walkman.
she wouldn't have at least an iPod? Like, it was 2003.
It all ended at 2003.
Like,
so
I
know, but even like an updated CD player versus a Walkman.
Yeah, I mean, she was on her Star-Lord.
Yeah, you could at least have the
she was Star-Lord.
The iPod.
It just felt like really 80s in the early 2000s time period. Like referencing.
It was.
No, I'm saying the 80s were great, but if you think that the world went down in 2003, wouldn't she be having something a little bit more updated technology?
At least a CD player.
Yeah, at least a CD player.
Even a mini disc.
But things are scarce though in this new world. So I don't know. That might be for the Fedra officers to get the iPods. The Fedra officers get all the iPods.
You gotta have your bread up.
That first gen.
Your bread up. You might.
And some of them was spending their bread on drugs. You seen what they was.
You might have to be Republican to have that or something.
It was hustling a different type of drug. They was buying with alcohol, and they was getting right. That's what they was spending their cheese on.
Did what they had to do.
You got to get through this life. You had to have some drink or something else, whatever it is. You know what I mean? You had to. But anyway, so she finds herself in the office with an officer because she punched a girl who tried to snatch that headset off her head. Like you said, she is savage. She got zero damns to give. Zero damns. You talk about her friend or her peoples, you get these hands. So
that blade.
And it leads to an interesting moment. I can't go verbatim for what the officer said to her, but it's something that, a lot of us kind of go through. We all have, like, I don't want to say the bad kid, but the kid that's going down the wrong path, who's usually super intelligent. Like, I tell people this all the time. The villain is usually smarter than the hero is. It just happens to be that way, and they just choose the wrong path. But he gives her the ultimatum that you can go down this road that you are on, and you'll basically end up at the bottom of the food chain, or you can take the smart route, which is chill out, do as you're told, and
sell out.
Yeah.
Sell out and then be comfortable.
Eventually, you'll be me. Eventually, you'll be me. That's what he was basically telling her. You get your own room, and you get the big slice of chicken. You get the big piece of chicken, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, you know what I mean.
The one with the gravy on it, the sauce.
Bro.
You get the chicken with the sauce on
it. Yeah.
Marinated.
So, I mean, that's what it is. If you're an officer, you get all the luxuries. Man, I wish.
Right.
And what was that off of? Wasn't that off of Everybody Hates Chris?
Everybody Hates Chris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. You get the big piece of chicken.
Mr. Rock had that little. He was trying to chew on that little. I'm sorry, Dad. I was just so hungry.
Yeah.
Right.
My son be asking for my big, get put in a sleeper hole, little boy.
We love the kids. We love the kids.
Trick love the
kids. Anyways, so basically she gets sent to her room. She's in there solo dolo. And then in through the window climbs Miss Riley herself. She's been away for 2-3 weeks. She said, I think it was 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And she lets it be known that she actually joined the Fireflies.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Ellie is not happy about that, but she's seeing her best friend. So her Riley says, let's go. I got somewhere to take you. And we end up in the big mall. Beautiful scene. When the lights come on, that's one of those things. Have you ever imagined being in the mall by yourself and being able to go anywhere in there? Just do whatever you want.
Crazy.
With money, obviously, in our world, but to see that, and I think it's the first time her ever seeing a mall, maybe outside of a book or something.
Yeah.
So that brought the child.
Her on the escalator. It was her on the escalator. That
man, she was clowning on there, wasn't it?
Running up and down. Right.
Like, oh Lord.
When she said Don't tell me you got tacos back there.
Right. That's when the acting was just crispy, man. She
Real
was
It's real.
acting her tail off on that, man.
The crazy part is when I was watching it though, it's like as Americans, we're so used to all these things we see. There's still people around the world that we could bring to a mall right now, and they would have the exact same reaction as her, which is crazy. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, you know, they do their shenanigans inside the mall, you know, going in and out of different stores. They do end up in that arcade. Man, that MK2 boy, that had me gassed right there.
Man,
I think I still owe somebody some smoke from an arcade game. But what did you about to say?
I said when I saw that part, I was giggling. You know what I mean? It was them Aladdin Castle flashback.
Oh yeah.
Aladdin Castle's a spot,
man. Spot, man.
Classics. And she had the poster in her bedroom, also a Mortal Kombat poster. So
I overlooked that.
Which is out the chain. It was like an early Easter egg.
Yeah, dope. But yeah. So they're doing their thing, and then I don't remember what part it gets to, but Riley takes her back to basically where she's been sleeping in this mall, and Miss Ella, I would call her Ella for Ellie. She discovers that she's been in here making, it looks like little pipe bombs. Is that what those were? And yeah, go ahead. I know you about
real quick though. All I'm saying is if she's been staying there, coming in and out for how long, making whatever kind of noise, why did that never wake up that infected?
Yes, in fact, yes.
Like
what Taylor just said
didn't wake up nobody.
Yeah.
What Taylor just said, and also I brought it up Sunday watching it, was like, yo, they were supposed to be like what, 17? I think she was 17 in there.
17, something like that.
So you got 16, 17, you got 16, 17-year-old energy, curiosity, along with living in an apocalypse where there's zombie-like creatures, and you didn't look everywhere.
Fall upon it.
Bro, my old butt right now would be doing that. You know what I mean? Like, nah, but we ain't chilling in everywhere. And I'm smashing.
And this is why they put her on trash duty. They were like,
facts, 100%.
I would have, before I was able to relax, I would have walked around that whole thing. You know what I mean? Like,
real quick, before I set up any type of camp,
anything.
I'm
like turning them lights on should.
I'm definitely not gonna bring my chick back. I'm definitely not gonna bring my chick back there. Right. You know what I mean? I ain't investigating nothing yet, but shorty, you can still follow.
Yeah, yes. I'm gonna try to listen to the podcast and see if they explain that away, or try to. They do have a podcast that drops after every episode.
Yeah, it's actually
they kind of go into great detail of the production of it. So it don't make sense. I agree with y'all. It doesn't make sense at all. We definitely don't know how do you say how the cordyceps and how the things actually work. How long it takes for the zombie to wake up. It might just have been, she might have known it was there and thought it was dead. I don't know. It still doesn't make sense to us, but so we'll see. But anyways, Ellie is very upset that she's doing the Fireflies' work. Obviously, she's at Fedra. Fedra hates Fireflies. The Fireflies want to destabilize Fedra. So Ellie storms off, then comes back after a change of heart, of course.
That whole time, I was just like, it's about to pop out. It's about to pop out. It's about to pop out.
Yeah, I thought it would pop out right then. Then, I forget. Why did they get in the argument? What are they arguing about now that I think about it? Because they started arguing.
Because Shorty said she had a bounce. She
said
she was
going to Atlanta, but also the fact that she was
Firefly. You're right.
And also the pipe bomb, the fact that she was the one blowing stuff up. It was all the things together. But then she was like, come with me.
Yeah, all that. Eventually, said monster comes out after they exchange their love that they've been quietly professing for each other the entire time.
Worst date ever.
You ain't never lied.
Started out strong. Ended horribly.
The third wheel was not nice.
It was
What'd
in
you say?
Apocalypse. That may have been his golden date in the Apocalypse.
It,
You know
it
what I mean? Like,
was, but like,
I mean,
Yeah.
now I gotta worry about dying now. Like, dang.
hey, it's real out here. It's 2023.
Mhm.
Anything can happen out here.
right.
Jeez.
Get you
Actual.
one get you one that'll protect you.
Before said monster came out though, she did convince her not to go though, right? I'm not tripping, am I? She
I
did say,
thought-
No, I
okay.
thought she was still gonna go, but
I
I
thought
thought
she
I
did.
decided that she was gonna go.
I didn't think that
they
was
were gonna be
100. Yeah, I
together.
didn't think that was 100%.
I
Yeah.
felt like right before the monster pop out, she was like, you know what? Okay. Like she said, don't go. And then she said, okay. I might have to go back and rewatch that part. But I felt like she
I
actually
thought it was
said,
maybe like, to me, it seemed like a don't go tomorrow. Stay a few days.
stay a few more days.
Yeah,
It
that's what
could
it
have been.
seemed like to me.
It
But I
could
could
have
be
been.
wrong too.
Yeah.
I think that's
They-
what. Maybe that was. Yeah, no.
They didn't
I think
address
you're
it
right.
on the
Maybe she's not
podcast
gonna
either.
They didn't? Okay.
Mm-mm.
I have to. That sucks. I would like to know that. But anyways, that happens. Said monster comes out. They both battle. They kill the monster, but both get bitten. Obviously, we knew this was all going to happen at the end of the day.
Mhm.
This is one of those episodes we really knew what the conclusion was going to
Mhm.
be. And both of them basically held hands until the end. The thing I didn't like is they didn't show it, though. They
Right.
didn't show her killing her friend because that's her first body, right?
They're probably going to in the
Mhm.
later.
You think so?
episodes. Probably, because I mean, like it's very crucial to what happens.
Yeah.
But
I
I
hope
think
they
that
do.
that's
I
I
probably gonna
just
come
thought
out.
they was gonna show it too. I just knew they was
I
gonna
think it's
show
gonna come
her
at
doing
another
that.
point where like if she comes to a cross. Well, maybe did she kill her or did she not kill her? Okay, so this is my
think
theory.
she-
This is my
Unless
theory.
she left
What
her
if
there.
She had to kill her.
maybe she left, but okay, I'll tell you
She's still
this.
out
Okay,
there?
so if she killed her,
Mhm.
then it wouldn't have been as weird for her as triggering to kill that other person, right? Remember when she shot that guy when they were in Kansas City? It was like,
Right.
whereas
Yeah,
like
true
wouldn't
that.
that like if Riley was your first kill, your first love, and your first kill,
Mhm.
wouldn't that have been more triggering?
'Cause-
Unless it was like Marlene and them people that probably killed her, but that would be changing from the game. But like,
Possibly.
I don't know.
I think she
know.
caught a body though before that. I mean, she made it seem like she did. And was
Well-
the episode? Yeah, in the Kansas City episode, she made it seem like she caught a body before.
Before,
That's
but
why
why would she
Yeah.
react like that?
She said it though. She said this was not my first kill.
Maybe she didn't
said
do it by
that.
gun. Maybe she didn't do it by gun.
That's what it
Yeah,
could have
okay.
been.
because
Yeah,
she
something
she
like
I
put
mean,
that.
she
some-
had to though.
She put some blades to some heads too. So
Yeah, I
She
mean,
got busy.
yeah. I grabbed knives before I grabbed it pistol myself. So maybe she the same way.
I don't know. She had to do something though, because at this time Ellie does not know she's immune,
I guess
and they
Yeah.
both
wrong
sat there together to turn
Yeah, but they-
together.
Yeah.
So
Oh, man.
eventually, Ellie would see her
Grab the
friend as a
blade.
zombie. So she either have to run or murk. It's one of the two.
But they
Oh,
said they were
man.
gonna sit there and die together. Why? It's like, girl, you you dipped out on her. Wait,
mean,
why
she
did you
had
just
to.
sit there and wait longer?
I don't know.
right.
If you turn into a zombie and we
I'm
holding
I'm either-
hands and I'm immune and you wake up with the zombie cordyceps breath and I ain't
How
got
does
it
she
yet,
know she's immune?
Right.
you
Yeah,
stab.
dude,
It's,
but
it's about to be a Hadouken real quick. It's what it's about to
that
be.
was the one
We're
thing I
gonna
was
see
going
the
to say. I
death. It's
remember
just
when
gonna
we
be in
did
later.
What you
when we
say?
spoke about the last show. We thought that was one of the things that they was going to mention, her being, being immune to it, and they didn't do that on here.
Yeah, she hadn't
Um,
found out yet, so it
Yeah,
didn't-
so we don't know if
Yeah.
she know. But to me,
Yeah.
it's either that I got to leave you, or I got to take you out. One of the two.
Yeah.
yeah.
So and then
I don't know.
like, take
I
you
do
out.
hope they do show it because that's one of those moments that hardens you. And
Like, look,
this girl's savage as hell, so we would like to see the
Super
moment that
savage.
really hardened
I'm
her spirit.
take you out.
But
Also, maybe it was a
go
difference
ahead.
between killing an infected versus killing an uninfected person.
Yeah.
Because
Good.
an uninfected,
Very, very
it's like you
good.
really just took somebody's life. An infected person, it's like I'm putting you down. Like
right,
Mhm.
you're not a
True.
person anymore.
right.
Okay,
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
sorry.
Anyways,
Okay, that's why she
Yeah.
stars in movies, I guess.
Not
Taylor.
yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Will
One
be
day.
someday. One day.
Manifest it.
One day.
Manifest it.
Yeah, at factual.
Manifest.
So and that's basically the end of the flashback. We jump back to her searching the house, looking for something to get Joel back to health. She eventually finds some thread and goes to my man.
Needle too.
Yeah, she hit him with she was trying to sew a seam. Basically, she went to work though. Survival.
Mm-hmm.
She has it in her. She's a thug though, y'all. She's gangster. She's
man.
all of it. She's a survivalist. So.
Care about to the very end.
Damn near Girl Scout, Cub Scout, all that, man.
I'm gonna need Joel to quit trying to check out on her though. I'm gonna need my man.
He
to come
do be
on
doing
now.
that, man.
He's trying to check on her twice. It's twice.
That's the time he flexed on him, man, and said, "Nah, I'm good. I got my Nubian boo.
Yeah,
it's over for you, bro.
Baby on the way. You got to
right.
I can't be out here taking these chances, yo.
It's over for you. And Shorty even told Ellie, like, we need to get your hair did. Like, if you ever had your hair, had your wig split.
Oh yeah.
She's cut her dead ends off and everything. You know?
I remember that.
Like, you ever had your wig split at least once? Because I can't tell over here.
Oh man. All right, and that pretty much concludes episode 7. We'll preview episode 8 on Sunday. I don't want to get too far into all this, but they did show a little clip at the end. It seems like it's getting real. All this is from a DLC pack from the first Last of Us. I actually downloaded it a couple days ago. Ava has been getting busy on Last of Us 2, y'all. I'm just going to keep it 100. She almost caught me already. I'm like, golly, what's going on here? So, but yeah, we started playing a little bit of that. It's called Left Behind, the same as the episode. And it's a little different, though. It's a little different. The mall is where she actually brings Joel to get fixed, like out of his impending danger. So that's where it opens, which is kind of crazy. So, but I haven't played further into it, so I don't know all the other parallels that goes on. But awesome. Another episode down, guys. Hopefully we get more clickers. We're going to keep saying it until we get it. We're going to say it until we get it. They got to, though. They have to.
Hey, before we move on, Anton, can I ask Jamar something?
Yes.
What was it? Sunday before the show, one of his main questions he asked was, do you think, he asked us and he asked the people in the chat whether they responded or not, do you think you could survive a zombie apocalypse? You wasn't there for it. Do you think you could?
Yeah.
You think you could?
Yeah, man. I think I could. I do.
It always depends on where you're at, when to jump off.
It's random things that I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some things I can MacGyver. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a few things I'd be able to survive.
Jamar be the only person on the block with internet still.
Facts. Like, I will only turn on my joint just to see something, just to make sure I'm going in the right direction. Turn it right off. I'm gonna conserve my battery. Like all the random things that you need to do to survive, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'll hold on like one bag of chip. One protein bar, just a bite a day. Make sure
a bite a day.
That's super intermittent fasting right there.
Right.
Lord.
For real. All right. I guess I'll ask this question real quick. So far, what's your favorite episode? Bruce, is number 1 still the first one?
Man, number 1 is by far. I dropped everything but my drawers on episode 1. Like, bro, like normally present day, you know what I mean? Like now that technology is a thing, you know what I mean? I'm normally watching TV and maybe messing with the phone as I'm watching. When episode 1 came on, like I set everything down. Like, yo, because I mean the energy, it was just bang, 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 bang. I mean, and to me, like when I watch those type of end of the world movies, I'm replaying that in my head. What would I do? What would I look for? You know what I mean? So yeah, by far, number 1 is still the best episode to me.
I agree. Taylor Day, how you feel?
Yeah. I see. This is the thing. Like the top of episode 2 when the professor or the doctor or whatever is going through and then like at the restaurant and then going to see the body and then saying like, yeah, bomb it, please take me home. I really wish that part was a part of episode 1, but between 1 and 2 probably the best, but yeah, and between 1 and 2 were the best.
Dig it. What you think, Jamar? You still on 1?
Same with Taylor, like between 1 and 2, because 2 had its moments as well.
Yeah,
you know, where it was heavy, but 1 was just epic though. You know what I'm saying? Like it set, not only did it set the stage, but it kind of let us know how serious this joint really was.
Yeah,
I agree.
You know,
episode 1 is probably the best overall. I think episode 3 probably had the best scene, you know, with the bloater and all that coming out. But yeah, episode 1, just like the video game, bro, chaos, absolute chaos,
yeah.
All right, I guess we can move on to a little bit of Marvel stuff real quick before we check out of this piece. Little bit.
A little bit.
You know,
it came out of nowhere.
Hey, it's how fitting this is. Switching subjects. Marvel's tonal shift incoming. So I was listening to my boy, what's his name? All Fires. I think it's Everything Always.
Everything Always. Yeah.
And he got some anonymous posts or whatever. You got to take all this with a grain of salt. That's just how it goes. But basically, Captain America and Thunderbolts is the time period where we will see the tonal shift of Marvel switch back to where it was. Basically, those type of movies. If you look at all the slate we have now, none of those movies will pretty much carry those tones, except maybe Secret Invasion. That is the only one. Those two, Thunderbolts and Captain America, will be our tonal shift. Will they hold that tonal shift? I don't know. Do you think it's imperative that we go back to that shift, or is just more on storytelling versus
when we mean tonal shift, are we talking about going back from like dropping some of the jokes and going back to kind of like Captain America 2?
Would love that.
Yeah, basically it's like just very serious movies with funny moments, not funny moments, funny movies with a few serious moments. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Just reversing the formula. Who's I forget who said it, but basically everybody is kind of trying to blame James Gunn for this because how successful he was with Guardians of the Galaxy. Not necessarily saying he did it, but Marvel saw something in that. Like, oh, we can be funny basically more often than not. And it was so successful for a property that nobody even knew anything about. They kind of adopted that and started putting it on other characters that were not working, such as Thor. You know what I mean?
But that just did work until it was just too much.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it is too much. And the tone just has to switch.
Everything.
Oh, man. I thought somebody was coming in here. I guess that really wasn't a question. That was just more information. Every time I hear Captain America, I get more excited, though. I ain't going to lie. That movie seems like it's shaping up to be top tier. Now, I said that about Doctor Strange. I said that. I didn't say it about Ant-Man, but I thought it had potential. Didn't happen.
Just because Kang was
Thor had potential, but it didn't happen. So we'll you know what I mean? We'll see, but Thor. I hope. They're
it was worse than Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Throw them eggs.
You said what?
Thor
was worse than Ant-Man.
Y'all forgetting that Ragnarok even existed. Ragnarok was great.
I thought Ragnarok was good. Wasn't that great. But we're not gonna go. We already had these conversations. I'm not even going. Yeah.
I think the Ant-Man trilogy movies overall is better than all them Thor joints.
It is. As a total, as a whole.
Yeah. Even though Thor has one more, like he got an extra and he still can't win.
Man, it just got too cookie.
I got 2 extra arms and I still can't jab. Nah, man, that's not.
Thor got too soft, man. Just super cookie.
Babbage, you know man. You made one of the best characters.
I didn't hit a hot spot. Hold on,
Yeah.
Just
My bad,
cookie,
y'all.
man.
No, it's all good. Everybody feels that though. It's not a secret.
Right there with
so,
you, big dog.
Yeah. All right. So my last topic though, Kevin Feige is talking about dialing back the MCU moving forward. So I want to get your guys' opinion. Where's the sweet spot for projects coming out in a year? Because last year I think we had 8 different projects come out between movies and TV shows. Basically consumed upwards of like 40 to 45 weeks of the year, which is crazy. I ain't mad at it, but at a certain point, it's like, man, Kool-Aid is good, but you can't have it every day. What I mean? Mind you, I haven't had Kool-Aid in at least a decade, but you know what I mean? You understand.
Same.
So just a sweet spot. Taylor, what do you think would be kind of just a great balance in putting out projects between Disney Plus and the theaters?
Yeah. 2 tentpole movies a year, and then I would say like 2 to 3 Disney Plus shows a year. Mostly 2 of like I would say I would say 3 to 4 shows a year. 2 to 3 of those can be canon based. The other like 1 or 2 not canon, like not related to the main thing. So it's there, but you're not overwhelmed by like everything that connects to everything. It's just taking something else in the property and making its own thing that you can enjoy by itself without it having to depend on some other information from somewhere else.
Right. I dig that. That's a good balance. That's a good balance. I'm so on board with non-connecting projects. I am so on board.
Let it go. Can't all connect.
For real. Bruce, what do you think?
Oh,
my bad. Yeah.
No, that's it. That's all.
No, you good. Bruce, what do you think?
I'm kind of up in the air with as far as the Disney Plus aspect of it goes. I would say big movies, the movie screen in theater. I think 3. You know what I mean? You hit at the beginning of the year, middle of the year, and at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's perfect. And just in between, fit in some series. You know what I mean? Definitely the best ones. I mean, we about to get Daredevil. They're not going to strike out with Daredevil.
They better not.
They better not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it might be a wrap if they strike out on that one.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah, I'll be out front boycotting. You know what I mean? 3, maybe 4. But I mean, if they're giving us that piff, I'm not going to be upset. But I think 3 movies: beginning, middle, end. Whether they make the whole movie don't have to connect, but make them. When everything didn't connect in season 1 or 2, they connected it at the post-credit scene. You know what I mean? And then they stopped getting away from that, and it was just everything was just you just threw spaghetti at the wall. You know what I mean? So I would say 3, maybe 4 of the shows. But to me, if they did them right, we wouldn't be upset if they was doing them right. So when you say we're getting too many, they didn't do them right. You know what I mean? If you're getting too many, there's no thing. I'm getting too many good meals. You know what I mean? No, it's portion them out the right way. So
too much dollar menu.
So yeah, we're giving us babby. You know what I'm saying? Give something that's really going to stick to the ribs. So
need some premium, man.
3 or 4 shows, but if the shows are what they supposed to be, we're not going to. If you're showing up every day while you're doing Loki, while you're doing this show and that show, and you writing, directing, and acting the right way, we're not going to be upset with that. You put a bunch on us and it struck out. So you overwhelmed us with, low budget bullcrap. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I mean? I came for top shelf liquor. I didn't come for dark eyes.
Yeah, we already outlawed E&J. Then
he didn't come for Southern Comfort, bro.
Southern Comfort.
I know my budget better than this.
You said my throat ain't hurt. I don't need no hot toddy over here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, that hot toddy. I meant to ask you yesterday if you had a hot toddy, Taylor, with your tea.
I didn't have a hot toddy, man. Boy, if I did.
This ain't the 40s. Don't you bring us a Ripple? Why'd you bring us a Ripple?
They get you together.
Champagne. Then it's champagne. You already know. All right, Jamar, what you think? You about on the same page?
I agree 100%. with Bruce Taylor too. I mean, the sweet spot to me is that connective tissue, like Bruce was saying. Like, it's not
It's
the
all about
amount;
connective
it's
tissue.
the tonal. Like everything that's led to this question is basically what they need to fix. The direction. We need some seriousness, not all that
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I didn't
buffoonery
touch on
that
that.
they giving us. That's what it is to me. Is direction. They need better direction. I put that on Feige. That's at his feet. Like if you need to hand the keys over to somebody else and get some new blood in there, then
Hand him to
do that.
Taylor.
But I feel like they're not
Mhm.
listening to the fans, and at least for me, Ant Man was kind of like the knife in my gut because I'm like, look, I'm paying a premium to go to these movies
Mhm.
on Thursday. I'm there first showing, and then I'm sitting there and my plate is just no bun sandwich. I got a sandwich with no bun on it. And I'm like, nah, this ain't what I asked for. This ain't what I ordered.
Oh
Not for
man.
30. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta have my
Not for
popcorn too.
$100.
So I throw some extra in there. That's on me. I'll take that L. But the ticket is still the ticket still be like 12.50, $14 though. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
True.
So
Yeah.
Facts.
and you take your
Like
family and
$14, $15
Feige's doing
too.
you like this. If he's doing you this dirty, you
Right.
know. And a lot of people paid for Disney Plus, and you see where those subscriptions just tanked
Yeah.
because they like,
They
look, man,
still
these
winning though. That's why they still
oh
doing
they
it.
still
They
eating.
still
Like,
winning.
I mean, every
You
quarter,
know,
even though the subscriptions has dropped, the revenue has
They still
still
up.
creeping up. But
Creeping up on you, creeping up on you.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with all of you in certain capacities, you know. As far as like a number, it's hard to say. I do think they should dial it back, whether it's high quality or not. I think there's too much room for error when you have too many projects.
mhm.
Like inconsistencies are easy to find when you have Eric Voss and whoever else does these
Yeah,
breakdowns. Like,
dissecting and bull.
And
yeah,
Yeah.
they
killing them.
dissected them so intensely. Like it's easy to find things that are wrong. So they need to, I think, dial it back, not overcorrect. So I think they had like eight or nine projects last year. I'm thinking six. I do agree with three movies, three tentpole movies, one in the middle. I mean, one beginning, middle, and end, and then maybe two shows, and then a special presentation or two. You know what I
Kind of
mean?
like what like
Like midnight.
The Guardians Christmas joint.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
Guardians
yeah.
Christmas
Just give
joint.
us a
That
couple of
was
those.
cool. Like a little
I
30
can
minute
deal with that.
boy.
It makes it
Straight.
easier to just keep up and don't try to connect everything like we already said. Like, don't try to connect everything. Use your tentpole movies as the where the connective tissue should be.
Man.
And then if you need to introduce a new character, make it a special presentation, and then fill in with the Daredevil and whoever is well known
Yeah.
Loki, and
That
be done with it.
multiverse is just too much.
It's hard to introduce a character and make a whole show out of it and keep everybody contained. Like Miss Marvel, I enjoyed it, but I
I
can
enjoyed
I
it
can
too.
perfectly see why somebody would not watch that show.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Like
mean, I
this
enjoyed it
looks
because
like
it
for
was.
teenagers. And it's 8 episodes or 6 or 7. We're like,
Mhm.
I
come on,
liked
y'all.
it.
I liked it. I definitely did. It's probably the
Yeah,
most well-directed one we got.
I liked it too. I
But it was,
mean,
you know what I mean?
It was
I
straight.
like the
It was all
cultural
right.
aspect of it too. Was
Yeah.
cool.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It was
They did a lot of good things last
a lot of
year.
detail in Miss Marvel, man.
It's
They put
just
a
a
lot of
lot of
detail
stuff.
in that one.
It was just too much. You know what I mean? You
It
leave
Mhm.
was
too
too
much room
much.
for error.
It
That's
seemed too
all it is
much.
to it. It's impossible to give us quality across the board. I can't even
Yeah.
blame it all on Kevin Feige because he's not in these rooms as the same as he used to be. It's just too many projects. It's impossible
Mhm.
for him to
I
be
mean, y'all
on
can
every
shift.
set.
They can shift all that to Simply Marvelous to take over.
I mean, I would, I'd be on the committee. I'm gonna call
Hmm.
Eric Voss. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That dude, he's so detailed. That's the type of person I want
Mhm.
doing it.
I would love
Long
to chop
form
it up with him.
storytelling.
The way I
Facts.
Yeah,
think and the way he
Mhm.
think, I would love to chop it up
yeah,
with him.
man. These
Mhm.
dudes, I praise their work ethic because you have to
Oh,
be on
absolutely.
it. And I'm sure he has a massive, not I want to say massive, but he has a dedicated team that helps him do
Yeah.
all this stuff.
Oh yeah. All the editing that you got
They
to
Mhm.
own it.
do.
I
Just
don't
think if
They
he
want
had
to
to
probably got
edit
changed.
himself.
it's a
They
new
probably got
rock star
changed.
promotion, but
If
They
he had
probably
to edit
got
himself.
changed
Woo.
too.
They got chains? You think so?
Oh no!
They probably do.
Hey,
But his
yours
merch
will be in the
selling,
mail,
too.
but it's on long. It's gonna take a minute.
His merch be selling hardcore, man.
It's coming
Yeah,
from
he does.
Afghanistan,
It
man.
doesn't really. I always
Yeah,
wonder because he like
his
has
stuff
new
be
merch
sold out. Like
every
I went on
episode.
the site one time and which one was it? The Black Panther ones that he had. One of them he had sold out like in 2 days. They was out of the shirts like quick.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I mean,
That's
you have
He's
got
selling,
merch,
man.
bro.
That dude's eating.
this man.
He's eating.
Nobody,
Million
so
plus
nobody in the
followers.
chats? Nobody in the chat today?
Nah, ain't nobody in there today. I don't know
Okay.
what's
like
up, but
four,
I
like
ain't
4
tripping.
milli
Yeah,
followers.
is it? You say he at 4 milli now?
I want to say he's at 4 milli.
Nah, if he's up there, bro, Marvel needs to hire this guy just to be
Mhm.
100.
Yeah.
Like he should be on the
Consultant.
payroll.
I mean, all his videos be hitting damn near a milli.
But
in
I know
views.
Kevin and all those wigs, they actually do listen at some point. They have to. They have to listen to some of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
they
else
got
the
you.
board, Disney
You
board,
got, you
Mouse is
gotta
gonna
keep your,
have
you
to
gotta keep your ear to the
hunt
street.
somebody.
They have
You don't
to.
keep your ear to the street or the internet, you messing up.
Yep.
You
But
messing up. You
also,
don't keep your ear to the streets. You got
sometimes they listen too much. We get a lot of fan
Yeah.
service. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost way too much fan service. So, they have to find that balance once again. That's all. That's all. I'm not down on them, but y'all got work to do, y'all. We got work to do.
They do.
All right, man. I don't have much more. Y'all have anything y'all wanted to speak on before we get out of here? I wanted to keep it at an hour. We got about 9 minutes.
Man.
Y'all good?
I know when you said you was mentioning like maybe one episode or like one something at the end of the year, and I mentioned like the Guardian Galaxy Christmas thing. I think something that would be cool if they did. It ain't even got to be a series, but like something on Disney Plus when they're about to bring forth an exclusive new character in this or that series, and you hit us with one or two things to explain who we're about to encounter. Like now today, I was at work earlier today. I watched y'all what y'all did yesterday in the conversation about the Sentry. Like to me, if Disney Plus could do a 2 or 3 things episode, 30 minutes to explain what y'all about to get from the Sentry.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're putting Daredevil out in 2 months. We're gonna hit y'all with the 3 episodes of who Daredevil is. You know what I'm saying? So these people know who it is. Because I mean, the Sentry is a Omega level character that a lot of people is probably gonna just be like,
that's Superman.
You know
what I
who
mean?
would be great? You know what character would be great at doing that, like, but still keeping it within a
I
narrative?
know what you about to say. You talking about Jeffrey, your father?
The Watcher. That's literally would be the perfect way.
Yeah.
Literally do that because
That would
he
be dope.
sees everything. So the Watcher would literally be like, "Let me take you into
Yeah, that would be dope.
That would be ill.
better
I hope
use
y'all
for that
listening.
character." But
They do that a little bit
Cut
with
that
like the
check.
legacy characters already, but new characters
I
they
mean,
don't do that. So I agree.
if
they
they
don't. But it would be
they
perfect
did,
if they did.
it'll be the perfect time for them to elaborate more on King, like to know that he's so many different, like to touch on that even more, like that would be.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the origins, but then again, a lot of the origins, man, I learned a lot of them joints at 11, 13 years old. That was several years ago. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and it would just be cool to brush up, you know, to reminisce or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we should do that.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I can tell you what Disney is thinking. Why do we need to do that when we have Eric Voss and the thousands of MCU people out there that's doing it on YouTube for us already? That's why they won't do it. You know what I mean? We can go and click on something right now and look at anything specific. We can look at a battle that we want to see. Could such and such kick such and such tail? Hey, I'm with it because I don't. There's a lot of characters I don't know about.
Because I mean, Sentry is.
Let's do it.
I mean, Sentry is. I mean, I follow both universes, but what we focus on here, he's the soup of the universe that we concentrate on. And he's but he's a psychopathic Superman because he, you know what I mean? He's got that guy. Then he's got, what is it? The Void.
The Void.
When he's flipping out, you know what I mean? So, which to me is even more relatable because I've heard a lot of people say they like Soup, but he's so much of a good guy that it makes him hard to relate to.
He's
like my favorite. Yeah, my favorite heroes are the ones that got an edge to them. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what real life is. You know what I mean? You gonna get you know you're gonna get a nice guy Bruce one day. Then if I have an off day, not being mean, but I might snap because I'm human. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I rock with B-Dub, man.
Yeah,
and Bruce Wayne, Bruce Weezy.
Bruce Weezy.
Bruce Weezy.
Yeah, you rock with him because he get them checks.
Get the checks, and he got that edge, man.
He cut the check.
He'll slap somebody in a minute.
We'll have to brainstorm and figure out how we can do that. Because maybe we could tap one of these other YouTubers who's already broke it down and ask them if we can react to their video on our channel, or maybe even have them on the show. That might even be better.
That'd be dope. I would love to match wits with some of these guys.
Yeah, all right, no, you right.
Man, I
mean, because
don't worry, Bruce is not crazy. He just over there sizing you up. Don't even worry about it.
I don't even play chess, but my mind instantly went to some chess types. I would love that.
That would be dope, though. I'll reach out to a couple of them. I'll shoot some emails out.
I'm with it too. Let me know what's happening now. I help in any way too, so
no doubt. Well, I appreciate that. That's a great idea, guys.
Taylor can get in touch with some of her Hollywood connects, and we can see what's happening too.
Man, they don't want to be on camera.
I don't have.
They can wear a Corona mask. They can wear a Corona mask.
They're gonna want to check.
Like you have
a
shadow and a deep voice. Yeah, so basically.
So what had happened was. What had happened was they be on there sound like the deep voice on Carmen Sandiego. Carmen Sandiego.
Y'all silly. I do want to do like a film breakdown type thing with you, Taylor, though. You know more about the process of making film, and you know, I mean, we hypercritical about certain stuff, but we don't know a damn thing about half the stuff, you know, that goes on behind the movie. You know what I mean? Like, you've been behind the scenes. All the hard work.
Damn thing about
that's great. You doing stuff that I dreamed about. I mean, when I first heard the commercial with Taylor on it,
right?
Like, because I didn't even I was like, I didn't know her name. I was like, that's not your Goodman assistance. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't even say your name. Like, that's not your cousin.
I'm like, do I need to get this Goodman assistance?
Taylor Day.
Because she was
I'm still trying to get another one. I'm still trying to get another commercial.
And was
random topic on y'all.
You'll get it. But manifest it.
She was cheesing in that commercial.
Walking in a Netflix commercial.
She was cheesing.
Chipotle.
I think that's her. I think that's her
energy. We can eat burritos. We like burritos.
Hey, I smash a burrito in it. I smash a burrito regular in the name of Taylor Day. I smash a couple. Salute.
He's like, yo, eat this burrito. He's trying to support.
No doubt. Hey, before we go, son.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, before when we first started, you mentioned. I don't even know who we was recording, but you had mentioned the Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets, yeah.
Jamar, have you watched? Are you familiar
with the Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, the Showtime show. Okay,
you need to peep it, bro.
Yeah,
peep that.
I think I need to get on it.
There. Yeah,
I think that's the next show we're gonna try to highlight and do like we're doing with The Last of Us. Season 2 starts March 24th, so you got a smooth 3 weeks to watch 10 episodes if you want to be at least down with that show when we do those.
Smooth.
Smooth. I clipped through them in like 3 days. That's what I did.
Because they dope though. Dope.
No,
it's only like 10, right?
Yeah, it's 10.
It's only 10 episodes. Yeah.
How long the episode?
They're about the standard 45 an hour.
Okay. Because the Nig be busy, so I'm gonna have to.
No doubt.
I'm gonna hit on the weekend.
Yeah, it's real talk.
On the weekend, you know.
No doubt. Let me know if you need me to send it to you, my man. You know what I mean?
Busy.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
Anyway,
that's why like how long they need though for a good time? You know, 10 episodes for an hour a piece. I'll be up 6, 7 a.m. one Saturday watching all them joints.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done it before, so
yeah. I used to, 15 years ago, I remember banging out a whole series in one night. That ain't possible now, bro.
I've done that before too, bro.
I ain't never did that.
Stranger Things.
I've tried.
I watched all the Stranger Things in one night before.
Season 1 of The Shield, I banged that joint out, and back then,
now you
that was 13. 13, 15 episodes, bang that
Yeah,
stuff
you
out
was
in a day and a
savage.
half. That's
Man,
back when I
I
was staying
told
up to
you.
6 in the morning and going to work
Ratchet,
still. Like,
bougie, classic. But you savage. But
You super savage. I can't do that, but give me 3,
man.
4 episodes in a day. I'm maxed.
I mean, but you was in the mode.
No.
You was in Kokomo back then. That's when we were still drinking heavy and doing all of that, and I was still
Yeah.
going to work
Yeah.
looking like my bags look
All
bad on a
out
regular
fresh
day.
meat.
Bruce leather jackets probably smelled like Henny back then too.
Yeah, definitely back then.
Boy.
I ain't leave the house with
y'all
like at
be
least 2
killing me.
bottles on, but
Yeah.
keep your livers right, kids.
Yeah,
Facts.
exactly.
Facts. I just listened to Freeway talk on Vlad TV today. Yeah, keep
Yeah,
your
man.
kidneys on point.
You got that Wilson's on. People can smell it through the pore, all in
So
the jacket.
when we coming back, son?
Sunday.
Hey.
Sunday preview episode 8,
said,
Last of Us.
Jamar had that old ass man Sunday.
Oh, crazy. All right, y'all. Well, that's it, man. We've reached our limit. No. I appreciate everybody for watching, whoever did tune in. Got my better half over here, Miss Taylor Day, aka the 8th day of the week. Got my host-in-laws, aka our chosen family down below, Brother Nightmare, and Alex Murphy, aka Jamar, aka 103. You know what I mean? They just hit us with amigos. Is that what that is?
Yeah, drop it.
All right, y'all. We'll see you on Sunday. Last of Us episode 8. I can't wait. Hope you guys are there. And we'll see y'all next time. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.
Shalom, shalom.
Yes.